Want to do amazing calisthenic exercises and fully master and control your own body, but now you are at an early stage? Don't worry, I will share a method that works 100% and you will master all advanced exercises in a short period and in the safest way for your overall well-being. Most people struggle to reach a decent level in calisthenics. Very often they become upset and discouraged over time, and this finally leads them to quit or significantly slow down their training. Any suggestions why? It's a very common mistake to start trying to perform hard exercises, in most cases doing them in the wrong or unsafe way, which can be harmful to the joints and tendons and can lead to sprains or muscle tears. Of course, after this, they can't continue calisthenics anymore or need to take a long break for rehabilitation. It's very important to follow a proper step-by-step process, and you will be very surprised after you watch this video to the end at how easily you can achieve success. I will give you 4 simple guidelines that will help you train safely and effectively and boost your progress incredibly. It will be a game changer for you. Many advanced calisthenic exercises like handstand push-ups, full ab roller rollout, one-hand pull-ups and leg rises on parallettes require high strength, muscle development and specific skills. To acquire this, just keep training is not enough. The first important rule you need to remember is do negative reps. It's necessary to make your muscles, joints and tendons get used to the proper load. Let me break it down on specific exercises mentioned earlier. For example, to master one-hand pull-ups, you need to perform negative pull-ups first. Simply put, just learn to lower your body using only one hand. This will give your body the necessary positive training stress that will force your muscles to change and adapt to a high load and reinforce your joints and tendons. You may not believe it, but it will even increase your bone mineral density. The study published in current sports medicine reports states that resistance training is medicine, and the article explains the effects of strength training on health. Especially the study stated that resistance training may promote bone development, with studies showing 1% to 3% increase in bone mineral density. Calisthenics is one of the best forms of resistance training. It helps strengthen your bones. Doing it properly and using the methods I described in this video is not only safe but also beneficial for your health. It's also important to warm up properly before hard exercises like one-hand pull-ups, even negative ones. Do 2 sets of regular pull-ups, not to failure, but just as a warm-up. Even if you lose some strength and energy, it's worth it, because you minimize risk of injury. You may use elbow sleeves like me for extra protection to your joints and tendons, since these advanced exercises put a high load on them. I also use wrist straps for additional support. When you can do 5-6 clear negative reps, you will be able to perform one full one-hand pull-up. This rule applies to most exercises. Use the same approach if you are in the early stages and are not able to perform full pull-ups. A great way to increase your strength, build the necessary muscles and get them used to the load is by doing lowering exercises or simply negative pull-ups. Additionally, these exercises will help you improve your grip strength, which is essential for full pull-ups. Jump up, grabbing the bar, and pull yourself up until your chin is above the bar. Lower yourself for 2-3 seconds. Another example of negative reps is with the ab roller. To gain the proper shape required for full feet rollouts, it's not enough to perform just regular rollouts. You need to include combined sets in your workout. Roll the wheel forward as far as you can. Then lower your knees on the floor and pull the roller back to the starting position. Repeat the movement. Why are these reps negative? Because moving back with the ab roller is harder than moving forward. These reps will also accustom your muscles and bones, especially the spine, to a heavy load, and after practicing this variation for some time, you will be able to perform full rollouts from your feet. The same applies to handstand push-ups. You need to do negative reps to strengthen the required muscles, especially your back, shoulders and triceps, and to acquire balance and coordination skills. Push-ups near the wall and inverted rows are also a good way to prepare yourself for free handstand push-ups, but they are not enough, because they take most of the load off your back, which is the muscle group most important in handstand push-ups, and partly of your shoulders, and they don't develop balance and coordination skills properly. So when you can do negative push-ups from a free handstand, be sure that very soon you will be able to perform full free handstand push-ups. There are 9 basic exercises that form the foundation of advanced calisthenics. They strengthen both the major and deep inner muscle groups. They are also necessary for warming up. In most cases, these basic exercises are simplified version of harder calisthenic movements. This exercise is very important because it has multiple positive effects on your body. First, it strengthens and develops many muscles, especially almost all core muscles, as well as the arms, shoulders, back and hips. Additionally, it develops balance and improves coordination. All these muscles and skills are very important in advanced calisthenics exercises, like leg raises on parallel bars, ab roller from feet, handstand push-ups and others. To perform this exercise, lie on your back. Raise your legs with your pelvis. Press your arms into the floor to fix your body. Then lower your back with control and repeat the motion. This exercise trains your back, shoulders and triceps, and it's the foundation of the free handstand and handstand push-ups. It also develops stability skills, strengthens your wrists and hands, prepares them for real workouts, and gets your arms used to holding your body. To perform this exercise, put your hands on the floor about shoulder width, lean forward and place your knees on your elbows. This takes some pressure off your back muscles, but you'll still be working them even if they are less involved. At the same time, you'll strengthen your shoulders, core and triceps, and you'll also be training coordination and control. Furthermore, you will be reinforcing your wrists and hands, which play a crucial role in the handstand and all exercises connected to it. After you feel confident with this variation of the exercise, make it harder by holding your legs bent in a free position. Try to hold as long as possible, then rest a bit and repeat the motion. I recommend doing these basic exercises not only in the early stages of your calisthenics path, but also as a warm-up before your main workout, and finishing with them after you've done with the harder exercises to train your muscles to failure. This exercise helps activate your shoulders, triceps and back muscles and is great for warming them up. It's also a good option to finish your shoulder workout, to fatigue the muscles to failure. Place your hands wider than your shoulders and keep your feet a bit wider than your hips. Keep your head slightly raised while keeping your back straight and core engaged. Then bend your arms at the elbows to approximately 90 degrees to lower your body and push back up. Repeat the movements. For a more advanced variation, place your feet on an elevated surface like a chair or bench. This shifts more weight onto your shoulders, making the exercise more challenging. This exercise prepares you much better for advanced calisthenic exercises than the regular ab rollout, because it works the muscles more deeply and keeps them under tension the whole time, especially strengthening your core and back muscles. It trains them much better for advanced calisthenics exercises like ab rollouts from feet, leg raises on bars and other progressions. No other exercise can develop the biceps, back and core muscles together like pull-ups. Even proper machines can't give that effect, and this was confirmed in a scientific study. I've put the link to it in the description of this video. To perform pull-ups correctly, begin from a dead hang with arms fully extended and hands slightly wider than your shoulder width. Lift until your chin clearly passes the bar. Then lower yourself slowly with full control. Inhale before you start, exhale as you pull up, and inhale again as you descend. If you struggle to do full pull-ups, perform negative reps as I explained before. Additionally, you can use a resistance band and reduce the assistance as you build strength. This works the muscles together and is very close to free pull-ups. Bend back while lying on the ground. This is a very good exercise to strengthen your back. To perform this exercise, lay on the floor on your stomach. Fully straighten your body. Lift your upper and lower body simultaneously and bend it like parentheses, so it resembles a boat. After you fatigue your back muscles with this exercise and it becomes too hard to perform, you can simplify it by raising your upper body first and then your lower body. This exercise will help you perform handstands, ab rollouts from feet and many others. Push-ups are an incredible exercise. They not only improve upper body strength, but also reinforce tendons, protect joints, and enhance overall stability, making them a safer and more functional choice for long-term fitness, regardless of age and body shape. Besides regular push-ups, they can be done in many variations to either increase or reduce the load, depending on your physical condition. This exercise will help you maintain balance and get your hands and arms used to your body weight. Place your hands on the floor, slightly wider than your shoulders. Push off with one leg to reach the wall, using the second leg to control your contact and hold the handstand position. Once you feel confident, start moving one leg away from the wall. As it becomes easier, gradually pull both legs away, one at a time, and focus on balancing. If your body leans forward, press your fingers into the floor. To make the exercise more complicated, you can use parallel bars. This will increase the load on your wrists, making them stronger and more resistant to the load. And it will also help you build overall body control and approach success. When you feel more confident on them, also try slowly pulling your feet away from the wall and balancing in a free position. Some people don't train legs at all, but this is a mistake, because leg muscles make up the majority of your total muscle mass and help develop other muscles. Squats are a good option to train your legs, and they activate around 40% of your total skeletal muscle mass. Since leg muscles are the largest in the body, training them will not only help increase your overall muscle mass, but also stimulate the release of key hormones like testosterone and growth hormone. Why did I mention these specific exercises as the basic ones? Because together they engage the whole body, reinforce strength proportionally, and help build the skills required for advanced calisthenics. You may be wondering why you need to isolate muscles in calisthenics, since very often it involves muscle groups working together, but you'll understand this after watching the video until the end. So many advanced calisthenics exercises require the development of specific muscles. To train them, you need to isolate the muscles that are strictly necessary and release tension from the ones that aren't. Otherwise, the unnecessary muscles will fatigue your whole body, and you won't be able to give enough positive training strength to the ones that really matter. For example, handstand in a narrow space, you isolate all the muscles required for the free handstand and avoid involving other muscles that normally turn your body into the vertical position. It prevents you from tipping and gives you the opportunity to regain balance by leaning or touching your foot to the front or back wall. This is very helpful in early stages, when people struggle to stay long enough in a vertical position, constantly lose balance, and waste a lot of energy kicking up and fatiguing unnecessary muscles doing this, instead of loading the proper muscles required for the handstand. As a result, people get tired and can't practice effectively anymore. Spending all your energy and strength on mastering proper movements and positions like handstand in a narrow space will isolate the necessary muscles, especially the back, and help develop them much faster. When you are standing near the wall, it doesn't give the same effect, because you tip to the opposite side and can't practice the free handstand long enough, like in narrow space. Just remember not to stay in the narrow space until you are completely exhausted and can't move on your hands anymore. It will be hard to get out, or you might even fall. It's important to save enough strength to take 1 or 2 hand steps to exit. After resting, you can do another set. Another good example of muscle isolation is your hand position and motion during the ab roller workout. This exercise is aimed at training your core, especially the abs. Therefore, if you move your arms too actively, you involve more lats, chest and arm muscles, which decreases the load on your core, especially the abs. Also, fully straightening your arms, increasing the load on your lats, shoulders and triceps, while decreasing the load on your core. So you need to keep your arms slightly bent and avoid moving them too actively. Try to isolate arm motion only to be able to roll forward and back. This will put a decent load on your core muscles. Feel that your core is the engine imagine driving your body in this exercise. Very often, isolating specific muscles is necessary to create extra load on them. For example, if regular pull-ups are too easy for you, a very good way to increase the load is by using a resistance band for one-hand assistance. In this case, most of the load will be on the side of your body gripping the bar. Use the hand holding the band only to assist your movement. It will not create extra load on your spine, unlike hanging extra weights on a weight belt, which some people try to avoid because of spine problems. This exercise is easier than negative one-hand pull-ups and can be a good preparation for these exercises and for full one-hand pull-ups. Another good example of muscle isolation for creating extra load is archer pull-ups. It puts extra load on the arm you are pulling with and also emphasizes the core and side muscles, such as the obliques and side abs, on the side of the assisting arm. This exercise is also a good preparation for one-hand pull-ups. The last guideline, but not less important than the previous ones, is the full body balance workout. To have a fully comprehensive workout, you need to include 5 main muscle groups, which are legs and hips, back and biceps, chest and triceps, shoulders, and core muscles, especially the rectus abdominis. By changing and combining these muscle groups with an appropriate training frequency, you can ensure a balanced development, prevent overtraining of certain muscles, and allow proper recovery for optimal results. Based on the scientific studies I linked in the description, it's enough to train each muscle group once per week for muscle hypertrophy and strength. For more details about the optimal workout plan, you can check the link to one of my previous videos that appears in the top corner. Guys, I assure you, if you follow the advice from this video, you will be amazed at how quickly you will improve in calisthenics. And please don't forget to press like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's progress together.